Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of my new and cool Rimworld royalty series. I am Iken, and today we're going to start a nice full vanilla run on a very cold planet. So the summer outside is damn hot right now, and I felt like with the new patch hitting the floor, I wanted to do a real vanilla run exploring the new content as much as I can. So we're having here a planet which is just really cold, because I felt like I wanted to do something special. So this is completely Ice Sheet. We're playing a normal run, just some quality of life mods. You find them down in the description below. I'm playing also with a very moderate storyteller setting. This time we're playing with Strive to Survive on Phoebe Chillax, because, you know, it's a cold themed video series, and her name was just quite fitting, and the difficulty level just is a thing of, I want to have an exploratory run with the new features, and I don't want to destroy myself due to some random event, because we're playing commitment mode, of course. So that's the rough outlining of this series. I'm going to strive for as much nobility as possible to discover as much of the new content as possible, and yeah, come up, hitch a ride with me. We're going to discover the Ice Sheet. I'm going to talk a lot about how to survive here and have some good fun in between. And before we get started, I'd be very happy if you would check out my channel. You'll find plenty of other Rimworld videos there, alongside with other selected and very cool strategy gaming videos. Maybe you'll find something you like there, and if so, leave a subscription. Makes both of us happy, you won't miss a thing, and well, us content creators, we're just happy with subscriptions, you know, we're addicted to that stuff. And let's get back to something else I'm addicted to, and that's this fine and nice Rimworld game. The new patch is really awesome. We have more customization options than ever, but also new sidecasts, new items, and a lot of things. So let's meet the squad. We have Barbara Valentine, a very average person. I rolled her up, and I felt like a very solid choice for this environment. We have Squint here, a women-hating person, which is pretty good at everything, which I need, basically. And last but not least, Henry Kotek, a sickly fast learner, very good at crafting, and I was quite happy to have some interesting yet quite harmless bad or weird traits, because Ice Sheet, well, we won't be growing any crops here ever. We will always live from hunting, and most likely we're going to rely on cannibalism at some point as well, because until I have hydroponics, batteries, and such researched, food will be one of the most bitter problems of this run in general. I rolled up this cheesy spot here because we can't trade with our neighbors there, but yes, you can see the traveling times are not exactly happy, so that trading is pretty hard. I think we're going to rely on caravans mostly, and yeah, I think this place here looks like a great place to start my colony. The Steelies offer a nice amount of blocks to begin with, and we're having steel to mine out to start with. And, well, there's also the Ancient Danger living right next door to me. I'm pretty sure that this is the Ancient Danger, but, you know, with the environment being that cold, my people will die super quick just by the cold. So giving us a shelter is a pretty important thing, so I think I'm going to take the problem of the Ancient Danger there just with a slight nod, and respect that. Besides that, living so close to your Ancient Danger has its good sides too. You can cheese that a lot easier. Right now I'm just looking for the other things that might or might have not dropped from the sky. Alright, so, okay, let's see what kind of structures do I have available. I'm going to use steel here, because wood is very precious in these areas. You're not able to get wood in amounts that you would like to, and you need wood in the early game to get yourself some fire going and we're going to rely on fire as a heating source for quite a few days. Another thing I might want to look out for are geothermal holes, because you can use them really well to give heat to your colony as well. So, I'm going to have a sudden change of plans here, friends. I just saw that, and I want to show you why that's so nice to do that. So this place here will be absolutely okay to work for me as well, and I'm further away from the ancient danger, and I'm able to use that steam hole. Steam holes are so nice to give your colony a heating solution. It's awesome. We're going to do that. Alright, so this is going to be a pretty small home. Too small. I need that a little bit larger. I think I want to go for something like that. Yeah, that's going to be big enough. Just to have a starting point. So put down the stockpile zone here and deconstruct those things here. And erase the stockpile zone by accident. And redo it again. It's all part of the plan, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. And now let's get to the work orders, and then I can finally start the time. So mod-wise, I got some mini-maps, some mods to make my colonists a little less dumb. I got some hauling mods, replace stuff, Achtung, all the things that make controlling your colonists a little bit less of a pain. And that's just all I use. There's no content added here because I wanted to have a pure vanilla experience, especially to showcase the new patch a little bit more. So first off, I'm going to see what they're making out of that. So of course they need warm clothes, and the first things that I want to do is to put up the following production tables. The stonecutters table is extremely important because I don't want to use other precious materials to build with as quick as possible. I want to exchange my building material as quick as possible. Is there somebody good at mining? Oh, awesome. So Henry is also somebody who's able to mine well. Nice. That makes a really good start. Going to butcher outside of that hut. You have to take care here with the time a lot, and I want to do a no pause challenge on the ice sheet one day too, so feel free to leave me a comment if you would like to see that. I'm very interested in your opinion. So there's a mod which basically disables this thing here and leaves only this here as the only option. I feel like especially in environments like these, this would add up a little bit of an extra challenge, because being able to pause whenever you want to is a real power tool. I gotta admit that. But like I said, I want to discover the Rimworld royalty content together with you with a little interesting environmental twist. That was the basic idea behind the environment there. Alright, so Barbara is going to do whatever she can to make this place a home. And next thing I want to do is I want to have a stockpile zone outside here. And oh, I forgot the simple search. So a few mods that are not in there yet, which I like to use. Simple search just adds a little search bar so you don't have to look through all the things here. I like that a lot. What I did here is just having an outside zone for the steel, because I want to have that stuff outside of the hut, because the hut is just meant for living only. And since I store everything inside here still, I want to make sure that I have as much storage room in here and steel doesn't deteriorate. There's no reason to store that stuff inside. Okay, we have an indoors area now, and that's wonderful, because that's the first sign of progress here. The next step is to bring up the dumping stockpile zone right in front of that place here, and this is going to be where all my chunks are living. So Looks like I'm going to build with slate, granite. Okay, let's check that out. Barbara is... Oh yeah, okay, she's trying to do that table. But I want to increase the room available inside here a little bit. So who was my brawler again? I don't have a brawler. No, that's wrong wording. So Squint and Henry. I'm going to bring Henry to the knife because Squint is a little bit of a better shot there. So speaking of shot, where are my guns? Well, sooner or later all the items end up in the storage area, so I don't need to worry too much about that. As you might or might not notice, I'm playing very slowly right now because I'm a little bit afraid of what's happening here. Oh, I have a Labrador Retriever and it's bonded to Barbara. Dang. Starting animals on the ice sheet I really like to slaughter, but well, okay, we're going to leave to keep the dog. I just don't have it in me to kill off a dog. We're going to let that dog get handled by Squint though, because of the working priorities mainly. And okay, so Squint is hauling, right? Right. Okay, sooner or later those guns must be appearing here in the HUD. Okay, let's expand the zone, and I'm going to declare this here for stone blocks too, because same thing applies to stone blocks, which applies to steel. You just don't need it there. So there's a one tile storage zone spawned there by accident. All right. So home sweet home, I'd say. Barbara is done with that part of the work. So let's pause for a moment and think. First off, seriously, where's my guns there? So let's check out. Barbara is definitely the person who likes shooting the most, and Squint is going to get the revolver. So we're going to acquire these things. And apart from that, let's issue hauling jobs for these items, just because they're right now around here. Alright, so there's a few animals running around here, and well, going to get rid of that lynx right away. So let's see, there, your people are suffering from hypothermia really quickly outside here, so that's why I'm going to hunt down whatever is in this biome as quickly as possible, because we need fur. I need jackets, parkas, and whatever I can bring up to survive that cold better as quick as possible. Holy, I mean, for somebody who's not really good at doing this, like, she's having a 5.6% chance and a smack 2 bullets in a row. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to waste my time outside with some lynx, which is already pretty much dead in a few hours. Alright, so we have the most important things nailed down, except for jobs. So since Squint is passionate about cooking, I'm going to assign that job to him. Alright, and yeah, so inside of the hut we have a nice temperature to work with, and I'm going to work now on some slate blocks. I'm going to decrease the ingredient radius to that, and with these slate blocks I'm going to try to put a housing around the steam hole, and then I'm going to use this thing as some natural heating, because once you put a housing around a steam hole, the inside of that room will get really hot. So if you only put a room like this around, you get life-threatening temperatures. But the larger a room gets, the lower falls the temperature. So basically, if I go and build a nice furnace, which cools down the air while it's traveling towards my living area, I can use this as a natural cooling temperature system, which will replace the big old campfire one day, because we're not able to sustain campfire endlessly here. Because on the ice sheet you won't be having wood ever. It's just a commodity you can only buy from traders or something like that, which makes nobility a really costly thing. But I really like the idea that your braziers, which are lit by wood, are actually meaning some sign of wealth. Or, well, you know, you get my idea, I hope. So this is our start here. Not the worst start, I might assume. The next thing, which is really on my mind now, is to build up a research bench. I'm going to build that out of stone right away, because steel is also very valuable in these areas. Because steel's also kind of limited, you know? And I need it for all the other important things, whereas stone is just available. I mean, just got that. So the amount of wood, do I really have that low amount of wood? I thought you start with a higher amount of wood. So there's a good chance that there's still wood lying around. So another thing that I really like to do on frozen maps is to store corpses. You know, we don't need to butcher up that corpse right now. So I'm going to suspend the butchering bill, and we're going to have that lynx lying around here. I mean, the dog might eat it if I'm unlucky. I really want to get rid of the dog. So, sounds a little bit brutal, but out here, we can't take any extra weight. So right now that dog is primarily extra weight, because I don't have anything to train it with. So I'm sorry, Ariel. It will make Barbara unhappy, but in the long run, believe me, Barbara, alive, you are much happier than starved. So there we go. It's a hard knock life out there. The debuff here is brutal because it's so long, but you know, I don't want to increase my risks of failure, my chances of failure, by carrying around a dog, which I can't even train. That's the worst part about it, because you need food to train those animals, and that's just a thing for the future. You'll get another dog. Look, Barbara, one day you're going to get some nice Arctic wolf or something like that. Until then, I'm sorry for your loss. So this way, I have the corpses stored here, and when I need food or when I want to build up some food, I'm going to slaughter them right away. And this way, I'm saving a lot of my store, or a lot of time. Another way you can use corpses like these, or food in general in these biomes, you can butcher it up and drop it outside. The other predators on the map will go there and try to eat it, because they're quite hungry in these biomes. It might be also the case that this lynx and the dog will attract the wolf and the other animals sooner or later. So, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so once the basics of living are built up here, I'm going to do a few more things. So the first thing I want to have is a wind turbine, because wind power is good, available, and with the battery technology also pretty reliable. The only thing it doesn't provide is a really steady source of power, but that's a lot better than no power at all. So that Arctic wolf though has to go one way or the other. So I have to abort that mission. This is so dangerous to have your people walk past some monster like an Arctic wolf like that. Can really ruin your day very easily. Because it might be not the strongest of animals, but almost 12 damage per hit. Let's give you a better example. So, Whoopsie daisy. That wasn't my intention. So that plasteel knife only has a damage of 9. Or, wait a second, it's a wrong readout here. It's the DPS. So, you see here, there's 14 to 13 damage per hit. So the wolf almost deals only a little bit less damage per hit than a plasteel knife. That's a little bit scary to me, to say the least. So, okay, we got a first source of power. Awesome. The next thing I'm going to drop in here is a real heater, and we're going to have a electric stove as well, because these are just the basics of living, and I want to conserve my wood as much as possible because wood is so precious here. So we're going to toggle the automatic refuel to a standard no, because I have now another source of heat. The first thing I want to research here is the battery, because with the battery I'm able to do a lot of good things for my peeps. So next up will be slate walling the steam hole here. So I'm going to build a little bit more generous around here. So I'm starting with something like that. And we're going to do it something like that. Yeah. Let's put in a door. Ooh, that's a nasty door. I'm going to replace that. There we go. So construction is done by Barbara. And we need some recreational variety, of course. So brace the sacred horseshoe pin, and in these areas I consider a horseshoe pin made out of wood as a real sign of luxury. So let's do that. Also, I want that steel door. It's a shame to do one of your most important doors out of stone. You can do stone doors. Sometimes they're also quite useful, in my opinion, especially for fortifications. If there's some place where I want my enemies not to get through, a stone door is quite useful. Basically, whenever you don't want to use the door much, if it's only going to be opened or closed in not so many occasions, you can go stone. Later on you get the auto doors, and with auto doors all those problems are no problems anymore. So okay, the predators have killed all the small game here. It's the normal way of how things go in these areas, and I'm going to bring up the squad now, and it's time to kill some wolf. It's a little bit of a dangerous thing to do because they are just that dangerous. But, you know, it'll all be fine. Or maybe no, I'm not going to do that. I have a better idea in my mind. So, I'm going to set up some traps here. That's my plan. Because it's really good if I'm able to kite that thing back into traps. I made a retreat here out of a particular reason. I just realized how bad they are at fighting. Like, shooting 4, shooting 3. Henry is only pretty good with his knife, but like I said before, these things are quite hard hitters, and I don't want to risk anything bad just out of unnecessary cockiness when I just can put up some spike traps and get rid of those buggers quite easily. Because spike traps are power traps. You have a low building time, whopping amount of 100 damage with 150% armor penetration, so powerful, really powerful. And this way, I know that if things go wrong, I can fall back towards my traps and have a fair chance of killing the wolf there with the trap without wounding my own people. Like in Rimworld, like in real life, you want to avoid getting wounded at any cost, because not only does it hurt, it's also a pretty high risk of suffering really bad things, you know. So let's just hope that Barb will get in a shot one day, because I'm quite eager to do the same strategy with that wolf. There we go. 20 hours for his death. I don't care. Like, honestly, 20 hours is a quite long time, but at least I'm getting rid of that beast, and I don't need to do anything about it anymore, so it's a good deal for me. So things are going quite good so far, with the only problem being my food sources, because right now I'm living off of packaged survival meals, and I know one thing for sure: you're not living well forever from packaged survival meals. So that's really a thing I have to keep in mind. Just digging out some new steel, because I got rid of that much steel there, and just gotta be careful that this wolf doesn't get some greedy eyes on my people out there. So we have a visitor. So from Hilae Steel. Right now I'm not that desperate about food, but I'm pretty sure that the people from the White Goat Barrow will go into my belly one day. I'm quite unhappy to pronounce it, to announce it like that already, but well, you know, holy thing tried to kill me. You know, with the amount of food available in the vicinity here, it would be just not wise to close my eyes towards this option. So let's check out what Monty has to offer for us. Monty has some food, so I'm going to buy that food off from Monty. Monty also has some yayo, but I'm not interested in drugs, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually buying those packaged survival, those overpriced packaged survival meals, but they might be overpriced, but they're quite good to have. So this guy is really, but I don't want to screw up my friendly neighbors, especially not those with the modern items for sale. It's quite annoying when they are not available for as trade partners anymore for you, just because you were hungry. Want to avoid that as long as I can. But with those guys from the other faction, I don't know. You know, with the tribes people being at war with them, it's just also a thing which doesn't matter to me too much. We just need to survive somehow. So I'm going to do something here. I just realized how much I dislike the fact that Barbara is not working on the research table here. Because the sooner I start, the sooner I'm getting done with the research, so I think that's something I want to focus a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So, oh, there's more packaged survival meal. And let's haul that Arctic Wolf. And let's check out if I missed out anything on the map. Some goodies which I could acquire. I really like those harsh icy biomes for their strain they put on you. You gotta be fighting for everything. Gotta be grabbing everything you can. That's a really interesting change of pace towards the temperate forest biomes. But there's another thing suited for the comments section. I wanted to ask how much interest there would be in a run that has strongly decreased foraging and butchering yields, because I personally always feel like in Rimworld it's so easy to stay sated in the most biomes, especially in the friendlier biomes. Oh crud. So gotta kite that thing back home. Squint is roughly 0.2 cells per second slower than that thing, so it will sooner or later catch him, but not before he has reached his friends, I hope. So let's check out. Barbara is almost in range to take a shot on it. 4.8%. Chance is pretty low, but whatever. And there's Henry now. Okay. So once my fighter has made a connection with that thing. Alright. So I couldn't avoid Henry getting some scratches, but whatever. Henry and Squint are suffering some scratches, but that's not a problem at all. So back to my idea. That was a rude interruption by that little incident. So my base idea would be to have some sort of run in a environment where it's usually easy to get your food, but I want to decrease the harvesting and butchering yields to a level that we're having a real challenging experience food-wise, because it was one of my biggest gripes with this game, like always, that food is so easily acquirable and almost never an issue. That's why I started to love those extreme biomes so much. Especially, I'm a real big fan of the extreme desert, mainly because of the food game that's just happening there. It's so much fun for me to be always managing around your food and working around to get that. Come on, Squint. So I got that on a top priority, that people get tended and yet still these guys. Alright, whatever. Medicine is something you... medical care is something you micromanage in this game a lot, if you want to make sure that everybody survives at least. Because if you leave your colonists on their own volition, more or likely they're going to be dead in a few fights. Because most of the time they're just unable to accept that they have to tend themselves after a fight. And that's where the trouble starts. Okay, so the research table is up and running. I have the battery, and I'm going to give that job over to Squint, that he can do all those things. So we're the Frozen League, and this is the Icy Throne, whatever, I don't know. Just the first few things that raced through my mind. Alrighty, so what a nice start. With the research table being done, I'm opening up the permissions again here. And we're now officially all alone on this map. I have a few frozen corpses here, and there's a big animal migration of lynxes. Alright, so we're trying to get our share of that, because whenever you have animal migration events, it's always good to try and pick up some scraps out of that event. Pretty sure that I'm going to be unable to harvest all of them, but already one lynx would be a nice gain for my food stocks. So I started to shoot at 2 of them at once. And Squint went on an assaulting spree. Okay. Because he was sleeping on the ground. What an unfair world! Okay. So we get to set that up for a prisoner and arrest that guy. Good thing about insulting sprees, you can shut them down with some arrestment and release afterwards. Sometimes you get lucky and the arrestment itself ends the insulting spree already, but he's still shown in red, so Squint is still mad as hell, so I'm going to not get any lynxes, I'm afraid, here. So you can just release your prisoner there. Squint will be unhappy about the imprisonment for sure. but it's still a lot better than having an insulting spree running loose on your colony. Because honestly, insulting sprees are among the worst of all mental breakdowns. So we're having here an event of 2 lynxes going wild on us now. That was not expected here, so that's really bad, but I think we're going to get this done. Come on, Squint, get in there. Get in that door and start killing you. So I'm going to get... No. Okay, good. So we're going to do it like that. The lynx will now attack the door, and I'm going to assign Squint to repair that. It's a pretty nice and cheesy trick to lengthen the time necessary to have situations like these actually kill your people, but looks like I'm allowed to just rescue Henry here. Or no, not yet. Okay. Since I'm having meds, I'm not that scared about the situation there in general. Okay. So big old cat will be down in a sec. There we go. No, Squint. You have to close the door. How long has Henry? 4 hours! Okay. That was unexpected here. So can this stupid cat now just die, please? Thanks. Alright. So let's rescue good old Henry. And give him some good meds, and hopefully he'll survive. Or I just killed myself for 2, or I just killed him for 2 corpses of lynx. That would be quite tragic, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, oh, that might be going to happen because he was the only good doctor here in the squad. All right, so let's check out what's happening. And okay, looks like we're safe here. Extreme blood loss, yeah, but without medicine he would have been dead. But with medicine I can just tend those cuts quickly enough. Alright, that was quite high risk. I was actually thinking that Henry is dead already. But I got lucky, so my friends, this is the end of today's episode. We got this little outpost almost running. The geothermal heating is not done yet, sadly. But yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody who's still hanging around here. I'm quite happy to have this series here. It's a blast, enjoying it a lot, and hopefully I'll survive long enough. I'm not sure how long we'll last. As you see, this environment is quite strainful, but it's so much fun to play it, and at least we're doing it here with some nice company of, I don't know. Sometimes I just lose the thread of a sentence at the end of the videos. That happens to me quite often. Whatever. Like I said, thanks for watching, and I hope you're going to check out the next episode as well, when we're going to build up this place to more beauty. Until then, have a wonderful time, and goodbye. Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of my vanilla ice sheet run. We're still playing version 1.2, exploring the new content. My name is Icon, and today's topics will be the construction of this wonderful steam hole heating system. Gotta be honest with you folks, I never did that on my own. I only know the theories, so it's going to be fun to fidget that out in detail. And apart from that, this place will grow a little, and I hope we don't have to eat travelers. Let's see if that works out. And if you like this content and strategy gaming content in general, check out my channel. You'll find plenty of other videos there. Maybe you'll find something you like, and if so, leave a subscription. You won't miss any future content, and you will do a little smile on my face, because I love to see that +1 at the end of the day. Alright friends, so it's still really dangerous here. Henry is still quite messed up by that lynx, but we took 2 lynxes out of that migration, which was a really good haul, good catch for my taste. But apart from that, this area has to be finished, and I need somewhere to put the tailoring table. I mean, sure, I could manage to bring one in, but your peeps generally said get more and more unhappy the more crammed the place is. So no, I don't have the resources to build spacious like that. No. What I'm going to do is more like that. Nope. Actually, no. A little bit wider. So like this. Yeah, there we go. So this is basically a sketch which would allow me to put 3 work tables into, or did I do it wrong now? Oh, I did one tile too little. I thought it was looking a little bit off. So the basic idea would be you could put these guys like here. It's a quite space efficient thing. If you want to put in a tool cabinet in between. I don't know. They can only connect to 2, or is that some wrong information? Let's check it out. 1 workbench can use up to 2 tool cabinets. Oh, that's the way around. So this way I can maximize the power from those. And in this run here, I'm pretty interested in maximizing my efforts. Okay, I don't have any more slate blocks. That's not cool. Let's bring a few more chunks. I'm trying to focus the chunks around my base because these are the safest to take. Henry was busy with cutting stones, so Squint left. Squint will haul stones. Yeah, well, Barbara should be at least interested in crafting. Let's make it like that. Okay, Henry is able to move again, but my friend, you go to your bed again. Yeah, okay, playing horseshoes is fine with me. There goes the days. The thing is just when your folks are hurt like that, usually I'm more careful with them. But in a cold environment like this, there might be even an arrestment if necessary. So as soon as I have these areas here done, I'm going to build some tailoring because we need warm clothes, like the game tells me. Minus 42 degrees. So I'm going to create a new area for the time being because I realize how important this will be. Don't want one that looks the same. So there are mods to make that easier. Stay warm. Alright. So the stay warm zone is just a thing to make sure that I can order my colonists into their home where they're warm, like the name implies. Because I don't have too much trust in the ability of my colonists to keep themselves safe. And you shouldn't either. They're just like that. Suicidal little munchkins. Alright, so let's check it out. The monkeys are raiding. Okay, that's just Jake with a knife. So Jake is insulated quite well, and I'm pretty sure Jake will taste gross, but it's pretty harsh, but I consider everything that walks into my tile as food. Usually I'm not that kind of player, but the environment here is that brutal that every scrap of food matters. Unless I have a big stockpile of food in the available, I'm not going to take this lightly ever. So I'm going to let him come because it's way better to avoid long hauls outside in the freezing cold when your guys are not equipped for that. Because always keep in mind you have to walk back. Okay, so I'm going to allow Barbara to warm up a little bit. So Squint is not suffering from hypothermia yet. Amazing. Okay, how bad is her hypothermia? Way too bad. Can't ignore that right now. Because this is the amount of hypothermia which ends up in frost. In frost bites if I don't take care of that. Okay, doors closing. And one good thing about hypothermia is you shake them off quite quickly. As you see here, we're on singular speed, and the timer is running down quite generously. So Jake is a smart one. Let's check out Jake. Jake is also a ugly and effective fighter. Now, that's something I don't like. Okay, I'm going to let Jake come from this angle. Her hypothermia is down to a shiver, so I'm gonna make sure that Barbara is further away than Squint. There we go. So going to start kiting now that Squint seems to be Jake's target. And in situations like these, the easiest way for me is to just get kiting with one of your guys and keep shooting with the other one. Of course, with the weapons I have, it would be better if Squint would be shooting, because the range of this combat is rather low. Okay, so we don't have any room to take in Jake, but we have room to strip him naked. Oh man, that's so nasty. But part of me is super happy that we downed him and didn't kill him, because clothing from downed people is not tainted. So none of these things are tainted now, and since we need warm clothes that desperately, see, let's take that, and you're going to haul that, and rest in peace, Jake. You had it coming. You had it coming, my friend. You tried to kill us. You could have just joined us, and then I would have seen a way to make it work. But no, you wanted to kill us. And that's where it's not my problem anymore, Jake. So, Henry is back to his old self. Awesome, but he needs rescue? How so? I mean, you were walking around just a minute ago. Just saying. Yeah, well. Get hauled. Next step today, I'm going to set up real beds today. I think that's going to be what I do. Also, I mean, this is coming along quite nicely. But first, let me check out how's my steel. There's some steel. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do that. Details of that. Yeah, we're also butchering human lives, but no colonists. We're no barbarians after all. Going to cook simple meals until we have 6 of them, and I'm going to allow this as well. Just, I mean, people hate it when that happens and their mood is really bad, and I know, but it's better than being dead. You guys just believe me that it's just better than that. Okay. Wasn't there a toque on his possessings? Yeah, there. So Henry can insulate himself a little bit better with that. There it goes. So insulated to -2 degrees, insulated to 0 degrees. This is all not perfect and not a complete protection from the elements, but it starts to be a nice option. What's wrong with you, Henry? Why are you keeping your breakdowns there? So can somebody please feed him? I mean, he doesn't need to be fed. He just has that malnutrition from a while ago, obviously. Okay. So breakdown risks are there, of course. It's not really a nice life here. Okay, Henry's able to walk again. Going to take another try. But yeah, okay. Squint, my friend, I want you to keep cutting stones, because you definitely need them. Alright. I'm already considering to just expand this thing by a few little rooms. Easy and quick. To make sure that... sorry, that distracted me. To make sure that my colonists have their own living rooms as soon as possible, because it would be quite easy to do here, I think. So let's hope the traps will nail that stupid thing down. Come on! That's not for you! Get away, you punk! That's mine! Come on, Squint. Alright. So, stupid thing is not hunting me anymore, but there's no allowance to nibble on my lynx corpses, so... No vacancy. Not even for lynxes. Especially if you're eating from my freezer. Heart. A shot in the heart. Squirrel. Stone as... don't know what, but shooting a thing right in the heart. Damn. Nice. Alright. Good stuff, Barbara. Good stuff. So I guess, it seems to me like they're quite done with being afraid from lynxes. So there's a horse migration now. Well, well, it's only 3 of them, so let's take the chance. Nice. So there's a lot of migration happening during this phase of the game. That's very, very beneficious for this little colony. Because I might have been acting a little bit mad about what the lynx did there, but as a matter of fact, it is a very, very effective way of filling your food stocks to keep a little bait outside of your base in form of corpses, because that attracts every local predator, and that makes it a way easier method of getting rid of them. So, wow, plus 3 horses. That's a very, very big bounty here. It's all plain leather, and horses have 180 meat each. That is around 13 to 15 meals per horse, because we don't get 100% conversion, I think. Gotta check it out how we butcher, but whatever. It's not that important. It's just I'm very, very happy with seeing that. So, wow, good job, friends. Good job. We deserve some beds on that, or I just built some bedrolls. Yeah, telling you what, we're going to do that. Going to issue a stockpile zone out here for meat, because the thing here is I don't need a freezer. I just need to put things outside. That's all I need to do. There's a year-round freezer here. Yeah, sure, the stuff deteriorates outside, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to let these stockpiles last that long to make deterioration a problem. Don't think so. Seriously, don't think so. Alright, battery tech is coming along creepingly, because, well, Henry had a really long downtime here. It's okay, though. So, is there anybody assigned to cooking? That's Squint, alright. Because bedrolls are an awesome way to solve your bad problems if you're not having any building materials you want to sacrifice for that. I love to bring bedrolls then, because stat-wise, is a bedroll is not that much worse compared to a bed. Just need to pick up good materials, of course, but there we go. So, I think, didn't I drop the suspension? No, I didn't. Okay, of course, Squint doesn't do anything. All makes sense to me now. Alright, so now let's order the deconstruction of these walls. And then there's a nice expansion of my living area. Okay, so the natural, the geothermal heating system is now close to its finishing. Of course, it's still unroofed, so... I mean, basically, if I put in a sun lamp there, I might be even able to grow naturally here, because these steam holes produce a lot of heat. So this is now an indoors area. I'm going to, we're going to watch how much heat this generates at the end of the day, because I think that's one of the best ways to manage all this. Alright, so my next plan is to... oh, well, that's one room. To start building rooms for everybody, because we deserve it. Alright, is that bird skin? No, Panthera fur. Ooh. Lynxes have Panthera fur? Nice. Okay. Didn't know that. So I ordered Henry to rest well, because him having breakdown after breakdown is no use of us either. So, no use for us. Is of no use for us? That's the right way of saying. Yeah, so the indoors temperature in here is slowly rising and rising. I think I already built it large enough to just yeah, it's already... temperature's almost too low to achieve anything. Okay, didn't expect that. So when you build really small rooms, it's the temperatures in there are getting really, really hot. So Squint is married to somebody called Calgadakio. Yeah, well, I can't blame Squint for leaving Calgadakio, whoever that was. Only thing I know about Calgadakio is that he or she is not here. She. Okay, so some materials lying around now. Don't know how much. Alright. So let's finish the butchering here. And I'm going to see how many bed rolls I'm going to be able to craft out of that. Okay, so... wow, what a low output. Oh, man. So first off, the double bed roll. We're going to make that one out of plain leather. So, I disagree with my old plan now. Because I'm quite sure that steel is easier to attain. Because with leather I can make clothing as well, and with yeah, it's just how it goes here. With leather I can make clothing I need. With steel I can't just mine it, while leather I can't just mine it. It's just the long story short there. Here's a mountain of steel that I can just forage. So Barbara and Squint. So how horrible was that for them? We butchered human-like, -6. That's all? Okay. I was considering worse. Yeah, the real horror begins when you have to eat that stuff. So let's trade right away. The last time they ran away, a moment after they entered the map. I don't want to see that again. Oh, they have a warg. Oh man, I want to have that. Wargs are so cool. Psychic tea. If they had some reefers, that would be nice. Okay. Because with the cannibalism I plan to do, I think relying a little bit more on drugs to calm down and put the mind at ease seems to be a wise idea. Quite sorry to do it like that, but at least now there is a nice stockpile of food available. Alright, so the indoors temperature here is now on a pretty high value. Let's try that out. We're going to put a vent between here and there. And let's have Squint his meal. Let's have Henry his meal. I think I can drop the bed rest order from Henry now, because that's he's fine enough now. But those lynxes really messed him up pretty hard, or was it? I think it was just one. Okay, so now the temperature will be flowing between here and there, but I think let's try it out. I'm going to turn that off tonight. So while this is not a super nice living temperature, yeah, the temperature's falling here. So it's not working strongly enough. Okay, so the way is in fact too long. I would need to shorten it like that. Get rid of that curve here. Didn't expect that, to be honest. When you put them into small rooms, they are way more powerful. Oh gosh, Henry, you have a bed now, man. Didn't anybody tell you? Alright, there goes. So, Arctic wolf hunting Henry. There goes that story again. Alright. I just noticed that I want to take a re-evaluation on my trap placement here. So let's pull Henry towards here. And automatic rebuild was not toggled on. Don't like that. So another shot in the heart. So Barbara, how about getting renamed into Deadeye? Seriously, I'm impressed. That's some serious skill she's showing off there. Second time. So simple meal has deteriorated away in storage. This must have been here. All right, so I think it's about time to think about a more permanent place to store my food at. Because this, you see here, stuff is spoiling quite quickly. Too quickly. Quicker than I assumed. But I think there might be a correlation between that and my guys just preferring the packaged survival meals. Okay, so if I keep my colonist count that low, we shouldn't be having too much of a problem keeping everybody alive here. So let's destroy that zone and put the stuff inside. Rather let it spoil the regular way than have it deteriorate outside. I can put it outside again if it starts to spoil inside. You know, can juggle around with those shelf times a little bit. So maybe I'll just do this as my stockpile zone for food. Whatever, come on. Because I really like to have centralized places of storage, and this room here is enough to keep things at least refrigerated, you see. There goes. Ha! The outside is that cold that I don't even have trouble storing things properly without power. So there's not only this biome doesn't have only downsides, you see. It also has a lot of plus sides. So that means my whole idea in here is poofed because I built wrongly. Okay, so we learned something out of that, didn't we? The power of a geothermal hole is quite limited. I didn't think that this room would already successfully outstretch it. But well, there we are. Okay, tailoring. So again, I'm not using wood if I can avoid it. Wood is one of your biggest treasures out here. Alright, there it goes. And now I'm going to be able... Oh no, it's bad food time again. So everybody will have a little food poisoning now. You get a poisoning. You get a poisoning. Everybody gets a poisoning. Okay, so let's make parkas. Looks like Henry is already a very, very talented person when it comes down to these jobs. Because I just saw how low the leather amounts are of every type. So I didn't want to use that for bedrolls. Didn't realize that leather is such a scarce commodity here as well. Okay, so the natural freezer is working super nice. The only thing I'm going to do, and you might find that a little bit odd, but yeah, I'm going to build a cooler in there. I just want to make sure that the temperature inside there is always okay. And believe it or not, there might be heat waves. And because of that, I'll rather have the cooler inside the freezer, because I value my resources too much. Yay! Oh man. So, going to put up now. Oh, Psychic Sooth. Some privacy for them. So that's going to be how we're doing it. And already low on steel. What a pity. Yeah, there goes. Oh man. The worst thing is that their complaint is incompetent cook and not a dirty kitchen. So, yeah, well, whatever. It's annoying, but it's certainly not the end of the world. Just make sure that before any cookery gets done, you clean away the pukes. So like here, this room now is quite, well, okay, it's not dirtier than usual. Maybe only the pukes around the cooking area count. I never really fully understood the mechanics behind that system, to be quite honest. So if anybody has some commentaries about that, I'd be super grateful, because I keep wondering about that one. Like, how does dirt in the kitchen really influence that? My assumption always was that the dirt of the room is the dirt of the kitchen. Basically, it doesn't matter if it's far away from the kitchen or not. It's just, if it's dirty, then it's dirty, you know? Okay, so let's see if Barbara can pull off that miracle again. But, yo, Henry, where's your knife? Good lord, I just hope we're not going to need it. Okay. Wolf's coming into range. Or lynx, much more. Is Henry food poisoned? No, he's not. Okay, that's good. So I'm sending Henry up front to make sure the lynx wants to hunt him. It's a little bit of a nasty way to do it, but okay. Thing is coming after Barbara after all. Okay, so that's really bad. I did it really bad there, so I'm going to let Barbara fall back like that. Alright. Lynx swapped targets to Henry, I think. No, Lynx just gave up. What? Alright. So I think I'm going to be a little bit more thorough with the pest control nowadays. Because as of lately, those cats are turning into a real menace here. So what's that? The lynx is stopping to hunt right after he gets wounded? Is that how it's working? Weird. Okay. But well, let's consider it a good shooting training. Could reinstall that trap. With all the expansions going on, my traps keep being on wrong places all day. Good lord, will this thing die one day? Jeez. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm going to pick up its corpse in a moment. No! Ah! What a beast! Alright. The thing with animals hunting people, you have to hand order the attack. For some reason, the other peeps are not considering it a real threat or such. I don't know. Alright, finally! That must have been the longest links in the polar area. Not really one of my best jokes, but who cares? I got severely attacked by that thing. So starting to realize that these things are way more dangerous than I originally assumed. Is it the Panthera fur? Are they Brazilian because of that? I don't know. The only thing I know, Henry is now insulated up to minus 38 degrees. That's, my friends, why I want to have those parkas. So let's see. Still not enough to do a Panthera fur parka. So leather-wise, I think I'm going to use human leather at some point too. It's a shame, isn't it? But whatever. So let's see if anybody already did the disgusting meals. So there's human meat in it, and they're not even flinching so far. Okay, human-like butchering's wearing off in 1.5 days. Alright. Let's see how bad that'll hit. But, yeah. So, outside temperatures will go down to minus 52 degrees, and I thought Henry was well equipped. Huh. How little did I know. So, the cold now, during the Jugust, is that harsh. I need a second one of those. Insane. So I'm going to shut down the lid on that thing here, because it doesn't bring me any use, sadly. I was hoping it would be working better, but no. And the monkeys are raiding us again. Anita. Hi. Alright. So Anita likes to bring us some new clothing. I appreciate that. I just hope that one day this place will be civilized enough that I don't need to rely on those barbaric methods anymore. So let's use a venting system there to make sure that the warmth is getting spread. And there goes. So let's see if Anita is able to reach my colony. More often than not, these raiders are stopping themselves on a trap. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's going to be a direct hit right between the eyes. Or let's see what actually killed Anita. Yeah, well, a good mixture of everything. So what does she have? She has a parka, so yeah. We're going to wear tainted clothing, yeah. Or, yeah, I will. It's just, I don't have the wealth to do it otherwise. Feeling a little bit bad about that, but on the other side, sometimes I'm quite happy to have reasons to use those game mechanics in the game. These mechanics in the game. It's a little bit too much. So let's give that one to Squint. You will hate it, but let's see how hard it is. Numbing cold, you see. Check that out. Retty apparel does make him unhappy. Tainted parka does make him unhappy too. Yeah, okay. And there goes the human-like butchering. That stacks? I didn't know it stacks. Is that a new thing that it stacks? I wonder. Yo, Henry, you don't have to sleep on the ground. There's a bed for you too. You go. Alrighty, friends. So I'm quite happy to have it at this point. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be able to stop cannibalizing each and everything quite soon. But if I look at my food stocks now. So thanks for watching. I hope you are enjoying your ride as much as I do. It's a pretty hard life in the ice sheet, but I think I'm managing quite well so far. Extreme biomes like these can end up a little bit gross. Don't take it too hard. I only eat evil people. So until then, my friends, have a good time. I hope you come back for more when we're going to establish more civilization here. And yeah, until then, have a wonderful time and goodbye. Hi, and welcome back to my vanilla Ice Sheet series played in Rimworld Royalty version 1.2. My name is Icon, and today we're going to expand this little humble abode. I'm going to work around with all the really useful and nice tips and ideas you guys had for me, and in between that, hopefully we're going to stay alive. And if you like that kind of content, check out my channel. You'll find plenty of other videos there. Rimworld and other strategy games that I really love to play. Maybe you'll find something you love there, and if you do, leave a subscription and you won't miss any future content, and you'll make me for sure a very, very happy man. So we're going to replace this vent here with a door, and also we're going to build a butcher table because that butcher spot is just abysmal, as somebody properly noted. This is no long-term solution because the problem with the butcher spot is you're having a lowered work efficiency factor, and work efficiency is what makes your job go with a lower yield, which means every creature butchered on this spot yields less meat and leather, and that's not a good thing. So thanks for reminding me on that. I just don't know why I didn't notice that earlier. I mean, I even built steel traps before I built the the butchering table, so there's no legit excuse for that lapse, but sometimes it just happens. Alright, so everybody's getting hypothermia outside here except for Henry. He's already pretty resilient due to the parka we have on him. So the survival out here is still quite dangerous. One thing that gives me some relief though is the amount of food available. So right now I'm digging out the steel necessary for the butcher table because as I pointed out before, wood is very, very valuable when you're playing this biome. So you always want to use your wood as sparingly as possible. It's just something like here at the campfire, I keep that campfire for emergencies, basically. So look at that. I didn't know that was possible. There's you can't have a vent above a door with replace stuff and such. So that's certainly not how it's meant to look like. Let's deconstruct that vent. Alright, so let's check it out. We're having here 2 degrees inside there and 11 degrees inside there. Let's see what happens if I order that one to stay open. There we go. So there is a chance that this will warm up my place a little bit. If that doesn't work too well, I already thought yesterday a little bit longer about that. I'm going to leave that corridor here and patch sleeping rooms right next to the geothermal hole here and just vent off that heat into these sleeping rooms until we hit a nice and cozy spot. I think that might be something useful as well. So alright, so Henry is getting pretty close to completing the battery technology. Very, very happy about that one. Very, very happy. Because batteries will give me a useful way of storing electricity for the times when this happens again. So, okay, let's pause for a second and consider what has to be done. Going to copy this butcher creature and copy it over here. Going to deconstruct this one here, and well, we're going to reinstall the butchering table inside there, because the dirt here increases the risk of a food poisoning, and when the animals get butchered right there in the freezer, it is yeah, I suffer a work speed penalty for bad temperature, but there's no more efficiency penalty. So yes, the animals get butchered a little bit slower, but heck do I care. So yeah, I have now still a high power usage on those heaters, of course, so nothing too surprising is happening here. So let's fast forward that night and let's check out what will transpire tomorrow. I mean, overall, we are right now at a pretty decent spot. There's food, I have a shelter, I have electricity, pretty soon I'll have batteries, so the worst things are for now manageable, but there's still that thing with the lack of food here. So hydroponics are way to go. The only thing I'm asking myself, I think solar generators are way to go, because as far as I remember, they are working in cold biomes as well. They should be, at least. And I'm going to use the solar panels next as well, because with solar panels you can use the space the wind turbine needs with solar panels, because they don't block the power generation, and this way you can have a very efficient tile management. So right now, another thing that I want to do here is that was a very smart tip here. Here I can use the heat. There's no need to waste that good heat, and that was absolutely a right thing to say. So many thanks for all these constructive and helpful comments. Appreciate that. Because like maybe I said it before, the colder biomes, I didn't play them that much. I am a pretty proficient player with the hotter biomes, but not so much with the colder biomes. So I forgot to power conduit that. Silly me. Alright, so now this thing will produce a slight amount of warmth for the area here. So there we go. Let's think about batteries. I want to store the batteries somewhere else. I dislike the idea of having my batteries right next to my storage a lot, because as you've seen there a moment ago, there's the possibility of fire always. And at the same time, I mean, the fires of that event, that does, that fire can emanate from every power cord. I'm well aware of that. But there's a difference between just my storage here burning down, or my storage and my batteries are burning down. So the basic idea behind that is, if disaster strikes, it'll only destroy one of my my necessary things for life. At least that's what I hope will happen. You never know what happens for sure until it happens. So there we go. Yay! Finally batteries. Oh man. So we don't have any steel left for the power conduits to connect those batteries. What a shame. So I'm going to force that onto Barbara right away, because it's such a waste of power to have them not connected like that. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. There we go. So now they finally store power, and that's very, very good for everybody here. So another thing, I'm going to build a second wind turbine. You can let them work like that. It's a pretty powerful concept. And in my opinion, this should be Rimworld common knowledge. Because the eco energies or the green energies are very, very, very powerful in this game. So I don't feel like there's any reason not to mine out all that stuff here. So there's no wildlife migrating towards me, sadly. I'm not too surprised about that at all. So there we go. All right. So let's check out how horrible it is for her to eat human. So cooked cannibalism is quite horrible, but yeah. Absolutely freezing, yeah. Minus 31 degree. Makes people quite unhappy too. So another thing, we should pick up some floor. Let's lay down some granite floors inside here. How about that? Because I feel like this will alleviate a little bit of the madness if this place is at least a little bit beautiful. So there we go. Another thing I am considering is some room for locking up people into. Sadly, I lock up colonists nearly as often as raiders. Seriously, I do lock up my own people quite often, but it's for their own best, you know, and for everybody's best. So let's do one more room there, connected with some venting. There we go. Because in this area, wherever somebody wants to live, it is vital to ensure the warmth of those rooms. Because I'm still sadly pretty far away from fetching warm clothing for everybody. So even the prison cell has to be heated. And since I now have so many power sources available, well, I don't know. It's nice and cozy now indoors. Nice. Perfect. Love it. Look at that. So the open door doesn't really transport the heat too well. I'm just noticing that. It's really, really weird to see that. There's 20 degrees in here and almost 30 in here. Burst for burst. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter too much, honestly. And Barbara went into a daze. So, that's exactly the reason why I have the urge to get myself some prison cells, because Barbara is some person that needs to be imprisoned now, because people die quite easily outside when they're dazed in temperatures like these, and I'm arresting her right away before the hypothermia gets worse, because frostbite is quite nasty, and it happens at some point of the hypothermia, and there's no reason to risk unnecessary hypothermia on my people here. So while it doesn't provide the bonus of the catharsis to do it like that, it does prevent Barbara from killing herself, and it does also make her available as a worker sooner again. So has a lot of positive aspects to arrest people who are having a mental breakdown. Just my 2 cents about that. All right, so there's more granite line around here. Perfect. I'm going to start with flooring the sleeping rooms first, because that's overall what drives your people nuts the most. And yeah, well, that freezer is really small now, and well, I think I can expand it into the southern direction then. That should be absolutely doable, and yeah. Alright, so once the solar panels are researched, I think hydroponics is the next step to take, and Barbara went right into the next days. I'm only going to arrest her if she's going outside for too long, because I don't want her to I don't want to deny her that catharsis too long, because honestly, we're eating human meat here. People are unhappy because of that, and honestly, they are right to be unhappy about that, but what should we do? Starve? I mean, these are already pretty, these stockpiles are already dropping quite low, so I'm already considering to, yeah, well, Squint will return to his research job once all hauling jobs have been done. There are not too many hauling jobs that need to get done, so... With small environments like these, haulers are rarely overstrained with too many work orders. So, tantrum on Henry, he wants to destroy the medicine. That's bad. It's really bad. So when that happens, oh well, we're not going to make it in time. Alright, good job, Henry. Now we have only one piece of medicine left. Well, well. It's replaceable sooner or later. Apart from that, how's the medical skills? Well, Henry is a good doctor. So he's so good that he doesn't want to use medicine anymore, I think. Or something like that. So how's my plants skill? Well, 7 is the highest. That means I'm unable to create my own healer roots. That's bad. That's really bad. Well, it's just the thing with cooked cannibalism, you know. So Barbara right now is actually preferring the raw meat over the meals. Maybe I should stop doing that, I don't know. But at the same time, I feel like it's vital to do so. The breakdowns are well worth it. Because with a doctor like Henry, I should be able to alleviate most problems without too much trouble. I mean, it was a pretty horrible blow that creates the chance of somebody dying, but well. Let's just hope they're through that portion of humans soon. It makes everybody quite tense to eat that stuff. Sometimes I think Rimworld should have some option that there's a slight chance that people develop the cannibal trait along the time, because it might sound a little bit gross, but human beings are like that. We grow accustomed to things very strongly and very well. Can't guarantee on that human beings adapt to their situation. Just a thought of mine here about that whole topic. Usually I avoid cannibalism overall, just because you see why. The breakdown rate here is quite high, and well, I'm going to try to put up some comfort here now for them. This bedroom is now only awful. That's the start of making things better. And the human meat meals are surely over soon. But as you see here, we're already on the food clock is already ticking, so I really have to consider what I'm doing now, because this won't be working out well any longer. So there are a few things you can do. That's send off people to trade, but I don't have food for 3 days to send somebody on with. So yeah, it is a quite hard situation. And well, in situations like these, there's only one thing I can do, and that's just wait and hope that we're researching the solar panels and the hydroponics quickly enough before everybody dies. Maybe I'm not going to survive that, but let's see. I definitely stand behind the choice of the cannibalism here now, because you see, we would be having even less food. So Anarchist wants to stay at this place so they can rest and regroup. Yeah, sure, man. We're going to bring you through. There's one reason to accept that quest, and that's to kill everybody on that occasion. And honestly, if things go on like this, I might be even tempted to do so. But there's visitors from the White Goat Barrow. The White Goat Barrow, that's the one faction I can allow to disgruntle here. So let's see. I'm really considering doing a gruesome and horrible thing here, because lobster and monkey are having what I need. Let me see. And the tribal people are pretty much... it's okay to have them as your enemies. More okay than having the other modern factions against you, I'd say. So why does Henry have that rifle? He shouldn't. Barbara should have that rifle. There we go. So a limestone meteorite dropped from the skies. And let's talk first. I mean, it's meet, greet, and eat, I'd say. Alright. So these folks have some pemmican for sale. They have some herbal meds for sale. So are we going nice or not? That's the question here. But I always take the role-playing approach first. So we're going to see how much longer will we last with that pemmican. How much is that? It's food for one more day. I'm sorry, man. So monkey, lobster. If I were you, I would run now, because it should be quite obvious that we're up to no good. But man, it's a hard knock life. And we're going to do this. We are now officially enemies with the White Goat Barrow, but honestly, it's not that much of a loss. And look at that, they have even more pemmican in their pockets. I get my money back, and I get a lot of beer. That's quite a good deal. So I'm going to store the corpses here, but I'm going to have the butchering suspended. So, well, pretty sure these people won't be visiting me anymore, but the amount of pemmican we got from this will bring me through a few more days, and if everything goes lucky, We are now at least murderers and no more cannibals. That's feels like a promotion here. But yeah, the food clock's not ticking anymore. There's some beer now, and oh, I wasted the meds. Oopsie. Didn't pay attention there. So in environments like these, I really like to do the doctor care but no medicine as a default, because the problem I see here is medicine is damn rare here. I can't produce it naturally, and that's just why. So these people are having parkas, so we're going to strip them as well. All right, so they're even awful parkas. Oh noes. All right, going to avoid the use of these things as long as I can. All right, so one more technology, and I'll need more steel to realize anything here. So let's order some mining. All right. I really feel bad for those folks I just killed there, but yeah, well, their pemmican is definitely worth the crime. So we have to do what we have to do. But overall, this is for me as a Rimworld player always pretty much the only occasion where I rely on strategies like these. I am a kind person myself, so I don't like to live like that. But I'm a strong believer that if I would be ending up in such a situation, most people would be rather taking the wrong choice, the morally and ethical wrong choice, over just dying. Because when the question is, should I die or do the morally right thing? We are just wired like that. Humans and pretty much every living being that has some sort of brain. If it's a little bit intelligent, it tries to stay alive no matter the cost for the others. So that Lynx here is slowly bleeding to death. I'm accepting its slow death because I don't want to risk another revenge here. So let's hunt it down like that. Alright. So there's plenty of steel around here. At least I got lucky with this. And hypothermia went on a critical alert. But seems like there's nothing to worry about really here. Okay, so I'm going to build myself another heater for this side of the living area, because I feel like the overall temperatures here are not making me too happy. So let's drop down solar generators. 4 of them are a nice start. They're quite costly, so I have to mine out more and more resources, but it's okay. Alright. So out here in the freezing cold, corpses don't rot. That's a very, very useful thing, because that makes the choice on if I slaughter humans or not, I'm a lot more flexible with that question, if you get my idea. Alright, so with this technology, I should be able to get the hydroponics and everything rolling quite soon. Nice. Okay, so I guess I have a very nice idea. Let's check out the fertility first. So this is fertile ground. Nice. Alright, I'm going to build some walls over here. And obviously I need new slate chunks, or give me a sec. We're not going to build it out of slate. I'm going to make it out of granite. I have so much granite, and I do like the idea that this place is getting built a little bit motley, because we're using what we're having, you know. So I'm going to do another butcher creature order that's always on, that doesn't include human. So my cooks are allowed to process other meat. And yeah, that's how we're going to work. And hypothermia on Barbara. So yeah, I'm going to draft her for a moment. Sometimes your colonists are very, very reckless with their own health. What I'd like to do is draft them for a moment and then undraft them after their hypothermia level, after her hypothermia level has normalized a little bit. So I'm going to use the excess heat of this thingy here for the hydroponics to be. I just realized that this will be a wonderful way of keeping that area warm, and at the same time I'm going to heat my living area with regular heaters. So this way I'm going to use the warmth of this thing here without wasting it. And yeah, I do like the idea behind that. So probably we'll need some more batteries to realize that idea, but it's okay. There goes. All right, so next step taken is the sun lamp. It's a furniture item. So sun lamps are providing a powerful enough light that plants can grow beneath that. And if the room is warm, if I can manage to make the room warm enough, I should be able to grow plants even without hydroponics. So maybe I should do that earlier the next time. Yeah, because my grid supports that easily. All right. So to heat up this room, I'm going to make it like follows. I'm going to build up more slate walls here and an overwall venting system now here. There we go. That beer is truly a godsend. But yeah, we're already growing low again on other resources. Okay, so now let's check it out. This room is now having a nice constant temperature to work with. Let's check out if I can assign growing zones here yet. No. So below the snow and ice, nothing is possible. But let's check out what happens when the temperature inside here stays positive for a longer period of time. Maybe I'll need hydroponics basins after all. Maybe that's just the biome. Honestly, I never played Ice Sheet too long. The series was like one of my first attempts to tackle on that challenge, because it is certainly a pretty nasty challenge. And well, whatever might be the case, my friends. Oh, look at that. We're getting a little bit too much of indoors temperature here. Let's vent that over here. Very, very happy with everything here. It's a good point to cut this episode here. So thank you so much for watching. Makes me always super happy to know that there are people out there watching these videos. Really, it means a lot to me. And apart from that, I hope you come back for the next episode and have a wonderful time until then. Feel free to leave me more of those helpful comments. They're very welcome. And until then, it's only left to say goodbye. Goodbye. Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of my Ice Sheet series. My name is Icon, and today we're going to struggle for survival a little bit longer. There's no food available right now for us. We are starving. There are a few people that we might be able to eat, but apart from that, today is a day of struggle. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't really postulate any further plans apart from surviving for today. And let's do that, and I hope we're going to have some fun together while doing that. And if you haven't done so, drop down a subscription on my channel and you won't miss any future contents, and you will make my day a very happy day, believe me. So we're going to get right into that today. I'm concerned about the well-being of these people. We're just so low on food right now, and what can I say? The corpses area here has to be opened up for human-like corpses as well. And well, I'm going to wait as long as I can, but these people were visitors. They were friendly visitors, and we murdered them in cold rage. I feel bad for that, honestly, but so as has been pointed out lately, correctly, Henry and Squint are now sharing a bed instead of Barbara and Squint, and that's quite wrong. So I did that. My rival lobster died. Is lobster somebody lying down here? Oh my gosh. So it's going to be a rival eating. It's more and more disgusting. But I can't help it. So we're having here inside a temperature of 9 degrees. I want to increase that, so let's drop down a heater. And who was constructing again? Barbara. So I really want to try and melt down the ice in this room. I hope I will be able to achieve that somehow. So let's check out what that'll do for this room. So temperatures are climbing, and I think I'm going to build another one of those, just because I want to have this room nice and cozy. Okay, but besides that, I'm going to deconstruct them ship chunks. And now I can only hope that the ice will melt at some point, but somehow I'm afraid that this is not possible at all. But then again, here there's some normal soil around the steam geysers too, so there's thin snow around them. I don't know. But at the same time, this room is having a nice and cozy temperature as well, so it might be as well just wishful thinking. And this soil will never change. I'm actually thinking that this might be the case. Whatever, still going to need those heaters. So this second one only takes 18 watts of power, so almost nothing. So only one more day of food available in the storage. I'm really stretching out the time before we start butchering them, people, because it always makes everybody quite unhappy. So we're already worked with cooked cannibalism. So another thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to build another a research bench. I'm going to build that one out of granite though, because I don't have the slate right now, obviously. Research. Why is that not going on that ground here? Because of the campfire. So I think it's safe to say that we can deconstruct that campfire now, because I have other ways of providing warmth for this place. Alright, so another research bench will give me some speed up on the research of the hydroponic technology, because obviously we're dying without it. I'm not even sure if I'm able to get all of them through this situation, but I mean, I'm going to try, that's for sure. Thing with hydroponics is, once I have them, I don't have instantly food. I have to build that stuff and grow something inside there as well before. So it's not going to be an instant wonder. Going to build a copy for this side here too, of the door. Gil and the snow hares. So, well, that's a little bit of a tricky one. I can't afford another eater, but those snow hares might be eatable, and I can't just abandon that guy. But well, getting all that threat in of breakdowns and everything just to get one more a shot on 2 eatable snow hares, I disapprove. I disapprove that. Oh. So even the human meat is starting to run low now. But I mean, I have 2 more people lying around there waiting to be served. Alright, so now I have the second research bench available. I hope now we're going to die a little bit slower and research a little bit quicker. Henry. Oh yeah, he's digging out the compacted steel. That's completely okay for me and important as well, because we're going to need the steel for the hydroponics. So today we're having the last few full bars of food in our storage there, so I'm going to wait a moment longer before we serve up new human. But maybe I got lucky and there's going to be some animal migration soon, who knows. But apart from that, the research is going on really good. So next time I would do that, and if you want to do that on your own, I would really rush that second research table a lot earlier. That was a big mistake from my side, and I should have done that a lot earlier, now that I think about it. I could have already researched the hydroponics a while ago. So, well, that's just how it goes. We learn. So we're going to open up the gates of insanity and allow the butchering of human people again. Oh man, I hated to do that. It's just not my style, you know. So there we go. Yum. So boy, you're going to eat your rival. Damn, that's bad. That's as bad as icy survival can be. So, but at least there's beer, you know. Everything might be really grim, but at least there's beer. So, one funny thing about beer that I only learned in the icy environments is that this stuff has a nutrition on its own. Didn't know that before. Alright, so Henry, ooh, we're doing a human leather parka now. Nutty. Alright. So that'll bring us three days further. Alright. So I'm not convinced that I'm going to be able to replenish my food stocks in 3 days, but we have reached hydroponics. I repeat, we have reached hydroponics. So we're going to build a few like that. So I have to use the environment of these lamps. So I only have steel for 3 right now. Let's deconstruct that chunk. Constructing, I'd say everybody is a constructor now, because we're I really want to get these hydroponics done as quick as possible, because our life is depending on that. Alright, so growing and plant cutting now becomes a thing in this colony, and I think I'm going to start with some good old-fashioned rice, because we've got to get something in as quick as possible. Yeah, there we go. Rice is auto-configured. Nice. The rice is nice. Oh man, I love those bad puns. I hope you do too. So, no way, Bob, you're going to sow out here immediately. We have to do that. We don't want to eat human people anymore. Nobody does want that. Alright, so let's fetch up more steel and hope I'll be able to build up enough hydroponics to stop starving, and I hope some food will migrate into my area again before I starve. So basically, that's all I can say here. Okay. Oh boy, they can't be replaced? Damn, I thought I can minify them. Alright. Well. Then of course I should have planned that out a little bit more thoroughly, but I don't care as much as I should. I certainly don't care as much as I should. Alright, so I think I gotta expand this room a little bit sooner or later, but I was well aware of that. Alright, so we're having 2 more days of food now. Let's let's watch these rice plants grow. They grow on a 280% growth rate, so wow, look at those percentages going up. Man, it's looking promising. It's looking really, really promising. So maybe I can solve this this catastrophe somehow without dying. All right. It's really good that Barbara's hammering away on these jobs so damn quickly. So we're almost getting a daily a harvest every 2 days. Is that how it'll work? That would be quite amazing. Alrighty. So heavy investments on the steel here into the hydroponics basins, but well, it's our only means of survival, I'd say. But this is definitely looking promising. There's one thing about rice that's worth mentioning, and that's the very high fertility sensitivity of these compared to the potato. The potato has only a fertility sensitivity of 40%. That means it gets impacted by positive fertility less, but also by negative fertility less. So it's a drawback and an advantage at the same time. But in this situation, it would be a drawback because hydroponics basins have insanely high fertility values. Here, doesn't show it correctly. So why do I not get a proper readout? But yeah, you get here the 280% growth rate is I think here you get the readout. No, whatever. It's a lot quicker compared to natural growth. It's the bottom line of it. So Barb, you are going to sow some more. And Henry, you are going to haul that steel back home. No, you're not. He's an extreme break risk. So they're digesting their new diet not as well. I wonder why. What would be really nice now would be some chunky and savory polar bear. That would be really, really good for us. But there's yeah, so these rice plants will be available every second day, as far as I can tell. It's good. It's really good. So let's build more copies of those. There we go. So we can build a few more in each direction. And then hopefully we're going to stop dying here as soon as possible. But I mean, it is looking really promising here. Those rice plants are growing damn quickly. So I'm going to put up Henry on the plant jobbing as well, because I want to make sure that the rice plants get harvested as quick as possible, because it's already the last day and we're out of food. But if I don't read it out wrong, we're going to have a first harvest today, and not a day too late, because obviously people are already pretty unhappy with everything. So we need a research project, of course. So let's check out. Somebody mentioned a airlock would be a nice thing to build up, and I felt like, wow, I love the idea. But before going for some airlocky thing, I want to have the auto doors, because that will be a lot better if I have auto doors. You understand why in a moment. All right. So please haul, friend, haul. All right, I'm going to cancel that right now, because if I noticed it right, I'm ready. I'm done with the steel here. So people are starting to meditate, but I want to start the harvest. We have to start the harvest. So of course we're going to cook simple meals as well in single portions. Oh, look at it. Food! Food! Awesome. So immediately sow out more. And I gotta dig out some more steel. Alright. But we're not starving anymore. A few units of rice are getting ready tomorrow. So now I get on I start getting on a cycle where I get a harvest every day. And it looks like we're starting to survive on a sustainable base. All right, I was a little bit afraid of this transition. I'm completely honest. This is new to me. I don't have a clue if I do it right or not. I think the placement of the hydroponics is a mess. I think I could have done that a lot better. Like, I already noticed that. I didn't expect them to be permanent installations, but I mean, it does make sense in a way. But I can't live with a inefficient placement of things, because I've never been a min-maxer that hard. So you see here, if that one would have been sitting here, so you could I guess you can max out the grids here pretty hard, but I won't. I've recently seen a cover of a video showcasing the ideal placement of hydroponics. That's why I'm thinking about it so much. I guess whatever. What's with the components now? Because there's a few more components available. I'm running low on those, and the hydroponics are eating components like crazy. But it seems like we're starting to survive. Awesome. I really feel like I achieved something big there. And I probably did, honestly. Because getting my peeps here on a proper diet, which is not including human meat anymore, will make everybody so damn happy. You can't imagine how happy. Hey, there goes a bad drone. Alright, whatever. So... Once I'm done with researching the auto doors, I'm going to strive towards geothermal power generation, and then we're going to build 1 or 2 more greenhouses for cloth and other things we're going to need. So, oh boy, it's minus 45 degree outside. Damn, that's cold. So, going to put up some extra heater here. That's just some precaution, because I can't afford to let my plants die to the cold, and there's always the possibility of cold snaps. So I want to be prepared if necessary. I want to be prepared. But judging from what I'm seeing here right now, I'm starting to overproduce quite soon. I think I'm going to hit overproduction pretty soon. But I don't mind. Having some stockpiles of food in here just feels like a great thing to me, honestly. And once my skill values are getting more solid, I mean, let's check it out. How good are they with plants? That's a 7. That's a 5. All right. So once I hit the 8, I'm going to towards planting heal roots, but you need a growing skill of 8. But growing my own heal roots will make me feel so much safer, because right now having only 1 stack of medicine and 1 stack of herbal medicine makes me really anxious about the long-term well-being of my people here, because this is really not much, and I want to have much more. So let's floor this place. Sandstone. We're having granite tiles, right? Yeah, granite blocks. There goes. Okay. Granite? Are you granite? No, you're slate. And you are granite. More granite down here. I'm going to haul a few chunks over there to dig some, to cut some more stones. So right now I'm mining out steel like crazy, as much as I can, mainly because I feel like I want to get as much hydroponics done as possible. So each of those harvests 6 units of rice per field. That's 24 out of 1 hydroponics basin. That's 2 units of food. So I guess Every basin produces 1 meal per day, or like 1.2 meals per day. Every colonist needs a little bit more than 1 meal per day. So every colonist needs roughly a little bit more than 1 hydroponics basin to survive. So I'm seriously putting up a stockpile of food now, but that's okay for me. We can change that if necessary, no problem. And apart from that, for now, just keep them coming. I love to have a nice stockpile of rice available, because that'll bring me the ability to accept some quests, because I'm really sad that I wasn't able to bring up Gil. But judging from what has happened so far, I think it was the proper choice. So we're going to suspend the human butchery again. Ooh, boy. Good thing that nobody was lying in that bed this moment. Jeez, what an explosion. Alright. So the hydroponics basins are getting done, and look at that. We're really having a nice little icy outpost. So, oh, there goes the solar flare. Solar flares are particularly nasty if you're running hydroponics. And as you see here, without power, the plants immediately start dying. And as well, the cold doesn't do anything beneficial here either. And these are the reasons why I want to stockpile, because you see here, my whole hydroponics house is now empty. If you're living in less harsh environments, your hydroponics can sustain a blow of a solar flare most of the time without immediately dying. But since we're playing in an environment that's having really nasty temperatures, there's nothing possible here. We're already having a 48-degree indoor temperature. So I noticed that I can't toss away the campfires that easily. I think I should have kept that campfire. Alright, but everything's fine again. We're having power now. The cold will be gone any moment. So solar flares are really nasty. But before I can do anything here to protect everybody from the cold, we just have to wait a little bit longer. I'm going to grow cotton in here as soon as I can, but for now, just stockpiling that food. We're still low on food. I want to get this done properly. And once everything is nice, I'm going to, like I said, create that second greenhouse, and maybe I'm just going to use portions of this greenhouse here. So let's designate that for cotton. Come on, whatever. It's okay. Keeping Calypso. So we would get a Arctic fox into our care for 21 days, and we would get a person called Lofeski into our ranks. So let's check out if Lofeski is worth. Ooh, boy. Shooting and fighting is really what he's up to. Nice. Or she's. Yeah, we're going to do that. So there's only a scar on this girl. So, yeah. The good thing about that, if I understood it correctly, we don't need to do anything for this job except for keeping the fox alive, and, well, it's going to be quite easy. So, foxes eat processed foods, and as weird as it might be, they won't be eating rice, but they'll be eating the simple meals, so who cares? And keeping the fox safe here, that's going to be not much of a problem. The temperature outside is a little bit too much right now for the poor thing. Minus 61 degree exceeds the minus 50 degree maximum comfortable temperature. But hey, I have a luxury place for the fox to reside in, and I wouldn't be too surprised if hypothermia wouldn't be even tickling him too hard. So that's our winters here, minus 58 degree. It's quite brutal, I think. So somehow Henry does more of the plant work than Barbara. Well, I don't care. He's a fast learner, so it's completely okay. What does Barbara do, though? Ah, she's playing some hoopstone, some horseshoes. It's of course way more important. Ah, we get our standing lamps. So let's check it out. Is this closer or farther away? I'm pretty sure that this is closer though. Let's take that here. I really want to fetch as much steel as possible. And this fox gets the flu. Alright, great. So I'm going to give him no meds, because if this quest fails, then it fails. I don't care that much about it. I'm going to leave the doctor care to Henry, because he's pretty good at it. And 31% should be absolutely sufficient for the immune system of an animal. So let's check. Does it hit the 3% before the flu? Not quite yet, but I think now it's going to win the immunity race. Yeah. The immunity was going onto the 4% quicker. So it's that. I think I don't have anybody, or yes I do. Squint is assigned to handling, but I'm going to have this on everybody just to make sure that this fox gets his meals fed. Because I mean, if this thing really needs meat to sustain itself, I'm pretty screwed, honestly. But as far as I remember, processed foods means that meals are just something they'll eat, even if it's containing stuff they normally don't eat. Oh well, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. We're going to see. Worst case scenario, the fox will die, the Empire will hate me a little bit for a few days. That's certainly not the end of the world. Okay, so there goes. We're now sustaining. There's still low food on the warning here the whole time, but tomorrow is going to be another rice harvest, and I even dared to go for some cotton plants, because I feel like I really want to have a little bit of cotton to get myself some clothing to keep me safe, because right now I don't really have any clothing to use, which is sufficient for this environment, and that's not cool. It's not cool at all. And as you notice here, no wildlife at all is migrating towards here. That's mainly because no wildlife is able to survive these friggin' cold temperatures. That's part of the problem there. So, well, we're doing what we can to keep it to have a nice life inside, you know. So let's connect the doors as well, because it makes me itchy to see these doors not being tiled as well. Alright. So there we go. The next harvest. Oh man, it's feeling so good to be past the cannibalism phase. There we go. So I don't even get a readout of low food anymore, so that's nice. But if one of those basins is able to sustain roughly one colonist, or each colonist needs roughly a little bit more than one basin, 4 basins would be sufficient, and I'm having a surplus of 3 and 6. So I definitely will stockpile food from here on. That's a good thing. But I mean, I have the power to do so. Basically, I could even produce even more power. And the good thing about hydroponics is they don't need too much power in the night, because the sun lamp is the real power consumer here. But well, 17 hydroponics basins are, well, 1,500 watts too. So well, that's quite some consumption too. But as we see here, we're fine. This is just the production of one solar generator during the day, so no props at all. And the auto doors I want to build up, because with auto doors you can even build stone doors, and they'll open quickly. And if I do some airlock, I want to do something solid. There we go. Oh well. I basically wanted to experiment with airlock, with auto doors a little bit more, I admit it. Maybe it's not that good as I imagine, but I'm going to try it out. Granite. I have no granite walls. Damn. I don't care. It's okay if everything's a little bit motley in here, like I said a few days before. So we're going to do the granite auto door here. And auto doors always need steel and components, and they're quite costly, but now I have at least a door which is not easily getting bashed in by raiders or such. And I do like this idea. There we go. Let's send Barbara to do this. And there's our little airlock now. Auto doors need a little bit of power, but oh, the opening speed is speed at which the door opens when unpowered. Yeah, that's exactly it. I think it should be having the same speed. If not, I'm going to just replace it. Hosting a friend. So we're ought to host somebody, but I get 8 units of Glitworld meds. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to set up this, and we're going to. Oh boy, it's cold in here. More heaters, but definitely want to take the opportunity here to grab myself some new Glitworld medicines, because honestly we need. So let's accept that right away, and Tony will work for us as well, if I got it right. Hosting your friend? No, Tony will not do any work. Damn. Okay, Tony, there you go. Enjoy your stay, man. We're going to take care of everything, don't worry. The fox is going to survive, barely, but whatever. The fox's job is just to lie around here, so who cares? Hey, we're having a party! Nice. So, well, I think it's only fair to throw a party under these circumstances. I mean, everything is fine. Everything is friggin' fine. We have a outpost. We don't need to eat friendly people visiting our place anymore. We grow our own food. Soon we even grow our own fiber, so or harvest our own first first homegrown fiber. And yeah, that's the perfect moment to pause the series here, because I feel like while they're having a party, it's a good moment. So my friends, thanks so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I do. It's a really exciting run. And yeah, feel free to drop comments down below, or even subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you want to make me really happy, just do so. Believe me, it makes me very happy. And until then, I wish you a very good time, and I hope we're going to see each other on the next episode too. Goodbye then. Good day, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of my Ice Sheet Vanilla Royalty playthrough. My name is Icon, and it's a great day for the colony. We're having a visitor, which we will bring through the winter. We're having all the food we need. There's soon cotton to be finished, and I feel very hopeful that this place will go quite nicely. So today I'm going to think about where to head next in a larger scale. Maybe think about throne rooms and larger base expansions. A lot of exciting stuff is on the plate for today. And if you haven't done already, smack a little subscription on my channel. You won't miss any future content, and you'll make me a very happy content creator by doing so. Alright, so they are having a party because, I don't know, Henry's quite happy about all this stuff here happening. So one thing that I want to make happen here first is I want to bring up a warehouse in to some degree, because this place here, it's filled with junk. Must be a pain to move through it, so we're going to make that a little bit more comfy and better. And besides that, I strongly dislike the fact that my chunks are there. So if I would put in a door for the stonecutters, that would be well, let's see how the commute is for real. Okay. But one thing is for sure, I'll need new chunks. And also, I think I want to expand the chunk zone a little bit, but not here. No! Oh, that was the wrong button. But now at least I can do it right. Dumping stockpile zone. There we go. That's the chunk land. There we go. Only chunks here. Nothing else. Okay. Getting fresh steel into the colony. Very important. We're pretty much living off of steel. And research, that's the next interesting thing. So I have access to hydroponics, and I think the easiest and most understandable way will go for geothermal power next. I mean, I have a geothermal power source right next to me here, so it would be silly not to use it. And getting there as quick as possible seems to be a decent choice too. So there we go. So awesome to see this little outpost finally run like this. It's really a pleasure. So there we go. You're getting enough food to sustain themselves and more. It's so nice. Okay, Henry and Barbara are getting better and better with this stuff. So, no more low food. Awesome. And now, next step, I have a few units of granite blocks. Going to build it here. Well, maybe I'm going to... No. I want this place here for the living area. Oh, this whole warehouse ordeal. It's a little bit of a tough one for me. But I have an idea which I really like. So we're going to make it like that, yeah. It's going to be a really, really large warehouse with connectors like this. And this way, if we're going to take something out of the warehouse, we're not going to let too much coal inside the base. That's the smartest way to do it that I found right now. Because this way, I'm even storing chunks then inside, but that's okay. It's a special place, you know. There we go. So is granite at least on a higher priority now? No, not yet. Royal Ascent. Yeah, we're far away from that. And there's also Calypso. We need to take care of little Calypso too. Okay, immunity is going up good for this little animal. That's very, very nice. So we're still lacking cloves, but we're going to get there. So who's lacking a whoa. Barbara, you're going inside. It's minus 63 degree. I don't want you to suffer some frostbite. When that happens, I love to draft them and just stick them inside for a moment until they're warmed up, like this, and now undraft. She's going to work further, but it's really damn cold out there. But at least that's the worst this biome is able to do. You know, there's that's winter. The worst, it only will get worse now when there's a cold snap during the winter. The monkeys are raiding me, so this poor guy is trying to attack me. Yeah. Oh man, I feel bad for him. So we're going to get everybody in there. just to warm ourselves up for a moment. And I think the basic course of combat is here. I'm going to wait until Alberto starts firing at something, and then I'm going to assault him. So we're moving from here. Going to move into his back, because I'm pretty sure that just like all the other raiders before, he's going to do his thing. Alright, there we go. Oh, well, the power generators are giving me a nice cover here. Okay, Henry took a few bullets, but nothing completely deadly here. Alright, nice. Very, very good. I mean, it's only one enemy, but I'm still happy that we won that. So, going to give this poor sod proper burial, because that's just the kind of person I am. Henry is my best doctor, isn't he? Yeah. So he's going to be one of those people I'm allowing to self-tend, because when you're having such good doctors and the other people are really bad doctors, yeah, I mean, it's a missed opportunity to train him. The others, but then again, I'm doing these training ops on bruises and such, so okay, maybe I'm going to need a little bit of a airlock here for my stockpile zone too. It's really cold in there. But I don't really want to issue more heaters here. It's not really what I want to do. I think this place just has to live with the fact that it's just friggin' cold in there. So, unlike my usual strategies with stockpile zones and warehouses, I'm not going for one big stockpile zone here. Wow, minus 70 degree out there. I'm having several stockpile zones inside one building this time, because everything else I feel like I really need to manage this carefully, because this is a very, very dangerous time right now. The next 8 days will be quite strainful, I think, due to the insane cold. I mean, even considering more heaters. I mean, I have insane amounts of power available, so that's really not that much of a problem. Just thinking about it, you know. So we're going to put up the stockpile zone here. It's a baby stockpile zone now, but it's okay. Going to prefer this one, and this one will stay at a normal importance. So this stockpile zone outside here will die. Don't need it anymore. My first cotton. Okay, we're going to make toques, 3 of them first, because these things are just lacking right now. Who's tailoring? Henry. All right. But Henry will only do that after he's done with mining, hey? It's okay. There's so many things to be done here, but overall, I don't mind. This place is now stabilized, so I don't mind if things go on a slower pace right now. We're just living here peacefully in the eternal cold. Well, sounds a little bit like a requiem to me, but all right. So I'm going to shrink the this zone here a little bit on these ends, and at the same time I'm going to expand it a little bit at these ends, just shifting it a little bit to make more room here. All right, there we go. Low medicine is still the largest concern of mine. But once we hit plants 8, I'm going to dedicate one of those basins for heal root, and then that problem is going to get going to pass soon too. Apart from that, we really need to sow out more stuff, but it's okay now. Having that much rice available, I'm not that panicky anymore, you know. Actually, considering to do something else with all that rice. Maybe I'm going to switch over to a different production in the future, like I calculated between this and that. Or I could bring up some basins with potatoes. That's something I should do. Because this way, I'm going to get myself the ability to... I should be able to make fine meals if I have enough different ingredients. And now that I know that basically 4 or 5 rice basins are enough to sustain the needs of this colony quite endlessly, I'm okay. I'm okay with this. And besides, those potatoes are not reducing my resources at all. Hyperweave. Oh my god. So that's tasty. I'm going to install my smelter here. Simple reason, a smelter produces warmth, and same goes for the crematorium. So we're going to use these facilities for their warmth generation here too. This will heat up my storage area a little bit. I like that. So we're smelting slag from steel like forever, but only for more vicinity, please. There it goes. It's a nice way to get back steel into the place. And wow, those temperatures, I'm actually a little bit reluctant to mine outside, but whatever. Okay, next step, we need parkas. 3 more. I don't think I have enough cloth to do that, but we do something different. We do something different. Suspend that. Something way better is available here. Just need to do a new structure for that. We're going to do a new structure for that. Where will I put it down? Maybe here. So how far can I take? Okay. So I can't actually take this that far. Awesome. Okay. Also, let's it's marble. I don't need to replace marble, but I do want to replace steel walls by now, because steel is flammable. I know it sounds silly, but in Rimworld, steel is a flammable material, and I don't like having flammable walls. And besides that, it's a nice steel recycling. So, all right, we're insulated until minus 38 degree. That's a good start. I think it's going to be quite hard to be properly insulated against these temperatures always. I think with the materials I have available, that's not even possible. But well, could be worse. Always could be worse. So I think one day I have to expand that freezer. Doesn't look to me like it's going to last forever. But things like rice, you don't really need to put them into a freezer. First of all, I just need to put food here into the storage, and it's going to get frozen on its own. And besides that, I think I'll use all these materials before they spoil. That's the other thing. Yay! Cremate corpses forever! So we're not cremating colonist corpses here at this place, and I give this a infinite radius, and I'm going to well, I don't think that I'm going to see too many rotten animal corpses here. So I'm not going to put up a job for that as of yet. Don't think this is necessary yet. Far away from that. Wishful thinking, you know. Alright, but we're getting there. Biggest problem is still the lack of medicine. But with all the things happening here, this is not going to be a problem much longer. And with the next harvest of cloth, I'm going to bring up more parkas. But with the remaining units of cloth, I want to do a recreation item. I think they really deserve that. I'm sorry for the noises, friends. There's people repairing the house. It's necessary, okay? They have to do that. They're allowed to do so. Okay. Slowly expanding my storage area down here now. Because I need to get these things out of my general area. I don't like that, how it's working right now. But it's, yeah, I can now delete the storage zone here. Hey, it's beautiful now. It's beautiful now. I love it. Alright, so I'm going to order Tony to maximize his bed rest and patient work. Yeah, just kidding. This just brings him up to lying in the bed as much as possible if he's wounded or such, and he's going to always try to make himself a patient. Some setting that I only can recommend in general, because it saved me so much trouble in the past. Because this way your people will always try to find a bed and lie down if they're wounded or such. So, there's large facilities which can be dislodged, but it's so far away. Going to deconstruct that ship chunk though, to get myself some new components. They're starting to run a little bit low here. And trading is not an option here. That's the bad thing. Just considering now that I should be stockpiling the materials necessary for a multi-analyzer as soon as possible. That's plus steel and gold. These are the materials which are toughest to get when you want to build a multi-analyzer. So Henry is really whacking away on this mountain. Awesome. In general, I'm really happy with the outcome of everything here. Let's clean up here a little bit. It's freaking dirty inside. There's even puke right next to the research table. Come on, guys. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to install a little granite column here, just to give me the good feeling of giving this place a little bit more of a stability. Since I'm mining away so much here, I'm concerned with the roofs not holding this place anymore. I never understood the precise mechanics around roof collapses in this game so far. It always beats me how this really what? My batteries are empty? Good lord. That's not cool. Okay, so this just showed me that I want to have more power. So I'm going to bring up more solar generators here, and I'm going to bring up more batteries too. So since I can reinstall batteries somewhere else, I'm going to install them now somewhere where it's comfy for me. Storage room sounds sufficient. So there we go. Because this is really bad. This shouldn't happen ever. Like, having such power problems at this stage of the game is not good, because we need the electricity to stay alive. without electricity, we are so quickly dead. It's we're just freezing to death. So now, obviously, the new machines put up a pretty high strain on my grid that drains down the batteries overnight. That's what seems to be the problem, because the grid access is insane. There's nothing to worry about. So we're mining out more steel and yeah, the usual things, increasing my capacities. Wow, that was scary for a moment, because running dry on power during the night is never a good thing. And wait a sec, this is an outdoors now? Oh, I did I think I mined away 2 pieces of mountain to get the power going. Okay, whatever. I think this should be okay now. There's now, yeah. So let's check out if this is enough for the night, because here you see when the batteries run dry, my plants in the hydroponics immediately start dying. So power outages are really nasty for this environment. So let's see. I hope that I get enough power production running to fill up those batteries during the daytime. What up here? Dangerous structure. Yeah, we're all about honor. I want to. So I don't even have any nobles yet. I didn't get the starter quest, eh? So whatever might be the case, we're going to accept that. Who's my best social person? Henry. Yeah, so Henry will do that. But first, let me clear out this situation. Transport pod crash. Okay, Whitney. You're going to get rescued. That's awesome. A transport pod crash is golden. So we're going to, even considering capturing her. But an abrasive wimp, well, not too keen on force recruiting her. Okay, so the power outages are really only short-term things, still killing my plants slowly, yet I want to check out how this day fills up the batteries. And, well, never mind. I'm so anxious about running out of power here that I don't even want to risk this at all. I'm going to put up a nasty little wall around this area in the longer terms to ensure raiders not having such an easy time killing me here. And there goes. This is exactly the perfect person to train your bad doctors on. Because here, boom, almost 100 XP. Okay, so if Whitney wants to join me, I let her join me. But if she doesn't want to, I'm not going to capture and force her into this colony here. That's not my style. And we're going to build a little bit larger rooms now, because it's a room where Tony's living in right now is meant to be a prison cell. But don't tell Tony. Okay, so the batteries are slowly filling up. If I would really need to shut down my electricity needs, I can still disable the smelters. That will solve a lot of the problem here. But at the same time, I don't really want to. I want everything in this colony up and running permanently, honestly. That's some standard that I want to achieve. Alright, so I'm going to force Barbara into the really necessary building projects right now. As nice as it might be to have an extra room, you see, we don't even need it because Whitney doesn't want to. There we go. So over the night time, my power production is only Yeah, it's a very, very fickle thing, and I think it's a good decision of mine to bring up extra wind generators. I didn't expect the power production to be such a vital thing during in this biome, but well, it does make perfect sense, of course. But yeah, you know, just me being new to this whole permanent ice thing. All right, but I think with the extra wind turbines, 2 of them, I should be having all I need. Thrumbo is roaming this place. Yeah, great. I'm not going to kill myself trying to kill Thrumbos. So the thing about a Thrumbo is they're so freaking fast, and with the available guns, to me, I just would kill myself, honestly. And I'm not interested in that. So recreation, we're going to build up a poker table, and it's going to be a, yeah, let's build a marble poker table. Why not? Because there's sources of marble available here in the vicinity. There. Oh, is it that low? Okay, I only need 50. I have those 50. Awesome. Perfect. So that's exactly what I'll need. I mean, if I would take these traps, I think I might be able to kill off that Thrumbo. But at the same time, I don't know why I should be that arrogant and try to tackle such a big challenge without really needing it, you know. That's the big deal about it. I don't really need it. So there's a parka on you, there's a parka on you. I could give Squint a new parka, but apart from that, these guys are already all wearing parkas, so we're as insulated as we can be, basically. That's a shame. So I'm going to clear the forced jobs at this point, because I think we're done with that. I'm now able to produce my own clothing. So, oh, they're just not getting there. Taking forever. So, well, I'm going to stick with the cotton plants for now, because having a little bit of a surplus of cloth might be coming in handy. Maybe we'll even going to lay down some carpets in the long run. Hey, that would be looking nice, I think. So let's remove that. Goodbye, Whitney. Glad I was able to save your life, because I'm pretty sure you would have been pretty deado out there. And yeah, look at it right now. Those batteries are filling. But I really think I want to have more batteries, at least enough to live through a night in terms of power demand. That's the least thing I should try to maintain. All right, my friends, it's time to say goodbye again. I'm sad to say that, but anyways, thank you so much for watching. It's a blast here. Look at that. It's coming along nicer and nicer. The next few episodes we're going to fortify this little area here, because I don't want raiders invading here unnecessarily. And yeah, feel free to drop commentaries down below as you're used to. And besides that, if you haven't done so already, the subscription on my channel is a thing that just makes me happier and lets me make more things with more fun for you. And apart from that, have a wonderful time and goodbye. Hi, and welcome to episode 6 of my Vanilla Ice Sheet series. My name is Icon, and today we're going to build a nice little recreation room. Hopefully finish the geothermal power research, get these poor guys some stools, and see what will transpire between that. So first things happening, the shuttle arrives to pick up the Royal Fox. So welcome to the series, and if you haven't checked it out already, feel free to check out my channel. You'll find plenty of other Rimworld things there. So, oh no, it's not for the Fox, it's for Tony. And if you find anything you like, leave a subscription. You won't miss any future content. And I'll be a very, very happy man to see that subscription. So we're going to reap our rewards for this endeavor here. I mean, normally, just keeping somebody in my colony and feeding him would be not too much of a deal. But in this under these circumstances, these were hard-earned Glitter World meds. I can only say that much. All right. Well, I wish it would have been a little bit more. To be quite honest. Nevertheless, I'm happy to have some high power medicine because, well, out here we're pretty much not able to trade with anybody. The distances here are really ridiculous. Like 3 days, 3 days, 5 days, 5 days. Not possible to reach. So there goes. This is not really a planet where we thrive from the bustling trade around us. It's okay though. So I can't wait to see that poker table getting finished. And also I need some light in this dreary place. And let us fetch some flooring on this room too, because I feel like if everything outside is so bad, let's make it cozy inside. Alright. So, man, I wish I could hunt those Drumbos, but not with that kind of weaponry and only 3 people. I feel like that would be suicide, honestly. Yeah. Not a good idea, I think. I really do like this combo of a workshop stone cutting. I should bring up the stone cutting right there. Like, let's do our stone cutting in there. Why not? Indoors minus 39 degrees. I mean, the work temperature would be shoddy, but whatever. Fits the theme. And I'm not that much of a efficiency player, especially not on this run where we're just playing on a quite moderate difficulty. Strive to Survive is a really wonderful difficulty to go for some storytelling and a adventurous pace, where progressing is my main objective, and I'm not that much concerned about dying and such. Having a lot of fun here, because this biome makes progress in itself always something you gotta work for. And look at that, we got some excellent quality slate. Let's pick up some slate stools here. So I think the only way how to get effectively wood into my colony would be to trade it somehow. That's the difficult question, how to trade it. I mean, there's somebody pointed out in the comments a while ago, there's only so much fertility available here. So I don't know. Stony soil, no. There's nothing here to grow upon. Just need the hydroponics, and then I have the problem, no trees possible. So how to fetch me the wood I need for my royal throne rooms, or will we have forever undignified throne rooms? I mean, that would be that would be tragic, wouldn't it? So how to solve this? I mean, I don't have any way of getting wood naturally. I could only get me some mod that enables some plant which I can forge wood. Tough one. But I think the way to go is, for me, after geothermal power, I want to strive directly into the microelectronics, and then comms consoles, orbital trade beacons, and then possibly going for some transport pod technology as quick as possible. That would be biofuel beforehand. Machining, yeah, why not? It's always good to have machining. It's a very valuable tech. And looks like our guys here are surviving the first winter soon. Yay. Go us. Pretty proud of them. And this little place, it's growing on me, honestly. I like it here. So let's put in some lights. We don't want to have it too gruesome here. Okay, let's no psychic drone for females. So yeah, okay. Just checked out the ingredient radius if everything's still in the vicinity. All right, look there, lights. It's getting beautiful, but looks like I should be getting a little bit more conservative with the steel someday. I mean, there's no endless supply of steel on this map. Well, kind of. Deep mining is a thing, you know. But apart from that, somebody pointed out that double walling would be also a option to save some power. I mean, I could double wall the workshop at least. That would be something. Because the workshop is one of those areas in my base where I don't want to put in too much heating. But at the same time, it could be a good thing. And also I want to expand my freezer. I think Barbara and Squint have to get some new room one day. And I'm going to remove that wall and expand the freezer because I want to stockpile some food. It's never bad to have some food available. Alright. So my researchers have now some furniture to sit on too. Let's give everybody some place to sit on. And then let's think about the poker tables. I think for this endeavor, I'm going to bring my valuable cloth resources. And we're going to bring up some armchairs here. I mean, the armchairs would be very effective on the research tables. I'm well aware about that. So if you want to play it effectively, you would put the armchair in front of the tables which are having the highest workload on them, because your people are getting the mood bonus from comfort while they're sitting, or they're getting it from sitting on a comfortable thing for a longer time. And this is especially for researchers a nice thing, because they sit just their whole job is sitting there and doing sciencing, which is basically just glorified sitting. So let's get Henry to clean the workshop. Somebody has finally to swipe it out. Come on, it's going to get beautiful here. So this is a little fortressy thing by now. I didn't aim to build some kind of fortress when I started here, but I can't say that I'm not pleased. Alright, so Eden's Arctic Foxes. So a 81-year-old hunter named Eden. So I don't know. I do like the idea of taking this old woman into this place. It feels like the right thing to do. I mean, normally these kind of quests are actually ridiculous because, like, come on, you're getting hunted by something harmless. But an 80-year-old woman? Alright, come on, let's do it. So, bad back dementia and cataracts incoming. I'm ready for everything. Bring it, game. So, let's check out the time. So, she's going to get hunted immediately. So, what I'm going to do is check out the food on everybody. And if anybody is not fed, get him fed. And let's move our people towards there. So, Eden, frail and bad back, huh? I told you. There's a very high chance that the Arctic foxes, which will now come onto the map in an hour, tackle her down. It's going to be a tough one. But I knew when I read 81-year-old, I knew that's Careful, shooter. She's even slothful. Curses. 1.14 cells per second. Let me tell you something, friends. The desert tortoise is having a speed of 1 cell per second. So Eden, you're only beating a tortoise. Barely. Okay, let's have some fun. But as a matter of fact, jokes aside, she's going to be a very good person to have as a scientist, because scientists, they just need to park themselves in front of that desk, and you remember, glorified sitting. So, oh my goodness, she's moving so slow. So we're going to need a lot of bionics to get that old lady back into business, but let's try. I just hope that Barbara and Squint are able to get there. I'm just laughing so hard because usually the distance between the Manhunter pack and the refugee is a little bit high. That's I think that's legit the slowest person needing refuge in my place I've ever had before. Okay. So we had a good laugh. Let's try to save Eden. I'm not sure if I'm able to do it, but considering what would have been the chances, she would have been dead if we didn't try it anyway. So there goes Eden. I think, considering everything, turning back and punching them is the smarter choice, because normally I'd say run a bit closer towards the rescue, but running. This old lady's everything but running. So let's see. Maybe she's able to tackle something now. So I'm pretty sure. Okay, they're leaving her on the ground. Lucky me. That's awesome. So okay, it's going to be still pretty dangerous because it's 2 foxes. My melee guy is miles away. The guy the lady over there is bleeding to death. It's overall not so much of a nice situation. So let's check it out. 3.82 cells per second on the fox, and Squint is barely quicker, but he's a little bit quicker actually. So I'm going to play the kiting game. And what about Henry's speed? He's slower than the fox's. Curses about that. Okay, Squint got a run. I just hope that Barbara will take a successful shot one day. Yeah, there goes. That's good. So that one is a goner. Tail's gone. And I'm now going to take a little... Oh gosh, this is there. This is where it's going bad. I should have... Now, Henry goes for the wounded one, because the wounded one will be dying quicker. There goes. So, I don't think that Squint is able to run in this situation anymore. Oh boy, he's bleeding so hard. I hate foxes for that. But, alright, so I'm going to retreat now that Henry is available. Come on, come on, come on. Kill it. Alright, so Henry's wounds are hopefully not lethal. Alright, nice. So old lady Eden is getting rescued by Barbara. So there we go. And Squint and Henry are heading home now. I'm okay with Henry treating himself here. I think Squint should be okay with some herbal meds. Okay, let's see. Maybe we're going to be able to salvage this situation completely. It's looking good, actually. Because Henry is stable now. Squint is still having several hours on his death clock. And chances are high that Henry is done with bandaging Squint once Eden hits home. So we're having a warm and nice room for the old lady. Oh, I love Rimworld. This is one of the typical Rimworld adventures, which are just so much fun to me. So hypothermia on Eden is getting more serious. So Barbara is carrying the old lady home. Squint is saved too, just like I assumed. Henry is now ready to rescue the next person. He's pretty tired and annoyed with everything, but I think there's still time to save this woman. Because, let's check it out. I don't want to, or is Barbara? Yeah, Barbara can do that. It's okay. It's okay. I think Henry can go to bed, and well, Barbara is not really in a better position, but I want to train her skills as well. Just hope that I don't burn her out too hard here. 2 more to go. Low quality medical skills are just so brutal. But look at Barbara taking care of Eden completely. Okay, welcome to the crowd. I'm happy that she's with us now. Honestly. Might be slow like a tortoise, but little do I care. She's the one that gets Henry out of the research bench, and looking at Henry's jobs, I'm happy that somebody else is taking over the science. She might be only having a rank of 4 right now, but she's getting there. I'm absolutely certain. Alright, so this was quite adventurous, gotta say. Out here, every fight taking place so far away from your colony is really scary, because, you know, you need to be at home as soon as possible. Hypothermia happens so quickly, and yeah. And overall, the movement speed is impeded, but by the hard snow. Like slows people down, range weapon accuracy reduced, fire extinguishing. Well, at least something positive. But okay. Let's think for a moment. I need more chunks. So granite chunks are available right here quite easily. There's lots of granite around my base. And oh well, Squint got an infection. So that's why I wanted to have the medicine so desperately. Alright, so Squint, you ought to have bed rest now, and so I'm going to take one experiment here. Henry is a pretty proficient doctor, and if you're having a good doctor, you can sometimes perform infection treatments with a very good roll without medicine at all. And oh, that was a bad one. So we're going to our industrial meds next time. So it was worth the roll, because basically if I would have been around 30 or 40%, it's tough to roll that, but it's possible. Henry would have not, Squint would have not needed another round of good medicine. But look at that, already tackling the immunity race. Let's watch that. I mean, I have 9 more hours until the next treatment is possible, so that's okay. What's dropping for us? The cooking. So, Henry, you're not researching anymore, but you're ought to cook now. There's always something. I'm still waiting on that plants 8 on somebody. I really want to have heal root available. It's will be such a powerful addition to everything here. So no chance to finish the research on geothermal during this episode. Far away from that. I mean, picking up Eden was a pretty tough thing to do, and yeah, I think if I ever get hands on good prosthetics, if I ever get the ability to install some bionics into her, or even arc attack, That would change everything. I mean, there is the technology to do that. A bionic spine is not completely impossible to get. Before royalty, it was harder though. Before the royalty DLC, it wasn't possible to craft those. So I'm quite happy with this. But until then, well. So Eden is normally moving with oh, no, that's not her normal speed. She's still wounded, and that's why she's moving that slowly. But she's never going to be a fast mover, anyways. But her consciousness otherwise is mostly okay. And frail doesn't give you pain, and bad back doesn't give you pain. And her consciousness is only getting influenced by pain, so that means apart from those scars, she's not having any reductions in her research speed. So it's cool. It's really cool. She's going to be a good researcher one day. But could we oh, let's check out this one here. So, well, it was worth the medicine. It gives me a good feeling. Possibly I could have went through it without any medicine at all, but why take the risk if I have the resources? There's still time to take risks when you're out of resources, and once I run out of resources, I'll have more skill level, even, so. Because more time will have passed. That's even more so a reason to use the medicine now, and don't use the medicine if I really have no other choice. Alright, I want some more granite floors in here, and I want that room ready for inhabitants. So, how's the power grid? It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, I installed a lot of power generators here, but I felt pretty obliged to be quite honest, because it's way too dangerous to have not enough power here. So let's build another room here. And right away another one there. That's the plan all the way along. I really like how this little place comes along. Playing in an icy environment is a very, very different gameplay experience compared to all the other biomes. We had a short medical emergency when his infection hit 80%, but at the same time the immunity kicked in. So I'm leaving Squint on the top bed rest priority for a little while longer. But no, it's actually not necessary. He's on medium pain. So, hideous environment. Oh man, gotta do something about that. Poor guy. So, yo, Squint, if this place is so hideous, let's clean it up, eh? How about that? Also, I want to get some furniture. Since stone is the only available material to make furniture out of, we're going to be pragmatic here. So, it's not even too small to put a dresser in. Well, well. I mean, this place is meant to be my prison cell and not to be a long-term living room, so going to put up another table here and some more slate stools. Why not? They're cheap, available, and better than nothing. Let's fetch some more slate chunks though. It's good to have finally 4 people in here, gotta say. because Eden might be not the ideal person for the colony, but I have a knack for picking up colonists which are non-ideal, to put it into friendly words. Seriously, I like that. The real fun of this game is trying to make your own story out of that. But to me at least. I don't want to generalize that, because it's perfectly fine if you're having fun with something else. That's what sandbox games are all about, in my opinion. To create your own sandbox of fun. And if that is something completely different than my opinion of having fun, so be it. Components. Components are running low. That's a bad thing. It's always a bad thing. But luckily there's a bunch of components over here. So with the Aprime running, or with the Aprime coming up now, the temperatures should be rising a little bit. But if I look up the world tile, I mean, I rolled this planet really cold. It's minus 59 degree to minus 30 degree, 13 degree. I named this planet Gelidia, and if there's any old school RPG fan out there who played Bard's Tale 3 knows what I was thinking about when I named this place like that. If you don't know it, it's kind of an ice world in a really old school RPG. One I really played a lot and loved as a kid. Loving it until now. Got a wonderful remake. So, alright, this is some new room. Yay us. I mean, this could basically be Barbara and Squint's new room, but let's check. I mean, I don't really need any freezer, so I think in the future what I'm going to do is this little room in here is going to be exclusively for finished meals or meats, which need the guaranteed freeze, because well, I can put everything just somewhere indoors and this is something wonderful about this place. I mean, this indoors freezer is actually completely useless now that I think about it more closely. I would basically only need it if in the summer, during that minus 13 degree phase, my storyteller would decide to send a heat wave upon me, and then, only then, I think the temperatures would be actually rising into the positive digits, so yeah. I'm pretty close to dismantling that thing. But whatever. I mean, like I mentioned a while ago, I'm not that experienced with cold biomes. This series is also a new experience to me, which I'm enjoying a lot, because the last few times I tried to go in this biome, I died pretty quickly because I put too much of a challenge on my table. It's okay though. I love to die because I have brought a too big challenge on me. It's a good feeling to get humiliated from your decisions from time to time. For me at least. So let's check this out. Henry is making this place bigger. Oh no, Eden, don't pick out on food. So I'm going to let her do that though, because that's what the stockpiles are there for. I don't want to arrest the old lady there, because honestly, it's going to be fine. We have the stuff, and I imagine her as a person which was not experiencing the nicest things before, so let's check out her life. A firekeeper as a child and a hunter as an adult. So I think she was with the natives here, so I think she has led a life of hardship here. But her skills are really good. Gotta be thinking about giving her some nice weapon too. At least some fancy bow maybe. But whatever. What really struck my eye here, or struck my mind again much more, was the fact that this woman is a transhumanist, so she might be slothful and her work speed is not good, but she's going to love that bionic spine. Awesome. She's going to be happy about that prosthetic even. So, but 81 years is a pretty heavy age. Look at Barbara playing poker. Oh, wonderful. What a comfy and nice place this is now. So let's check out her moodlets. So extremely comfortable. She's living the good life. And we're going to outro at this point slowly. I'm really happy with everything. We're coming along really nicely. I think I'm going to drop down some more armchairs or maybe a billiards table before. I think a billiards table will be just fine. We're going to do it out of steel. And in a billiards table there's always some wood, so this one will be a real treasure for the colony. But let's not make it out of steel. I want something more permanent. Let's make it out of stone. Anyways, I was talking about outros, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still hanging around here, you are awesome for spending so much time with me and my videos. And apart from that, I hope we're going to see each other on the next episode too. Feel free to leave a comment. I always love to hear from you guys. And of course, if you haven't done so, subscribe, please. It means so much to me, you can't imagine. And yeah, have a wonderful time until the next time, and goodbye.